Hi, it's Andy Rozak, and I'm coming to you from Washington, D.C., where I've got my hands on a 2018 Nissan Rogue. We're going to be checking it out. So I was really excited to get to spend a little bit of time with this Rogue. It's jam-packed with all sorts of great features. It does come in 3 different trim levels, the S, which is the base model, the SV, and then the SL. This particular one that I have is the SL with the Platinum package, which adds a ton of features. Also, for a limited time, there is a Star Wars package that's available.
Alright, this is the 2018 Rogue, and we got, let's see, fuel economy, 25 city, 32 highway. Nice heated seats, nice cup holders, heated steering wheel, adaptive cruise, nav, camera package everywhere, which is nice. You can see him putting the plate on. There's Tiny One.
One of the things I was most excited about was the Platinum package on the SL trim, which gives you the ProPilot Assist, which essentially is semi-autonomous driving.
We have the speed set for 65 miles an hour, and it's keeping distance with the car in front of us, much like the Tesla would do. It does have all green, which means it can read the lines on the road, so it's actually doing the self-steering, which you'll see here in a second. Steering itself, keeping it between the lines. It does get upset if you take your hands off the wheel, and it gives you a warning and tells you to keep your hands on the wheel. But so far it's been a little hit or miss whether or not it recognizes the lines. Alright, enjoying that DC traffic here on the Beltway. And we have got the adaptive cruise control on, not touching the pedals. And just watching it do its own thing here at the stop and go. I've got it set at the max speed of 83. But as you can see, we're only going about not even 5. So if I was driving this Beltway every day, this car would be an absolute no-brainer. This adaptive cruise control technology makes all the sense in the world and really takes the stress out of stop-and-go driving. A very, very cool feature. Alright, we're on the Baltimore-Washington Parkway, and the adaptive cruise control, of course, is working. That's picking up the car in front of us with the radar or whatever it's using, sonar, radar, whatever it is. However, it's not able to pick up the lines, and as you can see, the steering assist is not active at this time. So I'm not sure if it's because these lines are pretty poorly marked, as you can see on the road, or because there's some salt and snow on the road. But it's a pretty major highway in DC, pretty major route of transportation. The other thing that's been interesting is the auto steer will just suddenly beep and then turn off, and you've got to really keep your hands on the wheel and really be expecting that, because if you're not paying that much attention and you all of a sudden it turns off without really any warning, you could find yourself in a pretty bad situation. Bluetooth radio, I've got that going. That works really well. The voice commands are pretty good. I've got a learning curve there. I've got to learn just how to interact with the system a bit. But the drive is very good, very cushioned on the bumps. The lane detection, as you can see, is working here. We got a pickup truck coming up, be coming up in a second. You'll see that yellow-orange light illuminate. So that seems to be working pretty well. Nissan can't park it for you, but it can help you with this overhead 360-degree view, and also this backup kind of tracking system. So right now you can see green, yellow, red. I'm right in line with where I need to be. If I tilt the wheel a little bit, I get the red. So if I tilt it back, I get that green, yellow, red. And then on the right there, I've got the 360 overviews. But again, I'm driving, I'm steering, the car is not.
While the Rogue certainly is loaded with technology and really well equipped, especially for and about the $30,000 price range, it's certainly not without its challenges. Overall, I found some of the comfort in the car to be, well, a bit underwhelming.
Alright, so here's the deal with the knee. They put this big chunk of plastic here, and it's horrible, because look at my knee just constantly is banging up here. There's just nowhere. I don't know if they would have made this a little bit lower or pushed this big thing in. It would have been much more comfortable, but it just basically bangs my knee, and not comfortable at all. So no matter where I sit in this car, I just can't get any good leg room. My knees are always up against something.
One of the most surprising and disappointing features was really the lack of room in the back seat.
Alright, a couple of things about the back seats. They do not recline in this model or in any of the Rogues, unlike a lot of the competition. The other thing is I'm 6 foot tall. There's really no headroom, as I'll show you here. I don't know if you can see, but I'm sitting up because of the awkward height of the seats. They can't recline. They're very straight up and down, and my head is touching. Can you see that? It's there's no way I could sit in the back like this with any kind of comfort.
All in all, I really enjoyed all the technology in the car, the ProPilot Assist, the Lane Keep Assist, the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay inclusion. It was all fantastic. However, at the end of the day, it was really just about the comfort for me. It was a complete deal breaker, and very sorry to say. The panoramic moonroof was fantastic, and everything else really about the car, including the price, was great. But I'm going to have to take a pass.